If Donald Trump had seen the video transcript, he would have fired Howard Lutnick. It was really embarrassing. He was asked very straightforward questions about whether he regretted misleading the American people. I mean, he said that he would never see Epstein again in 2005. And everyone knows that he took his wife and kids to see Epstein in 2012. And yet it was just contortions and lies and no acknowledgement that he misled the American public. And if you saw the exchanges that my colleagues had with him, you would see he made a farce of the English language. I mean, he was trying to define I as if saying that what he really meant is that he would not see Epstein alone, but be totally fine with having his wife and kids see Epstein. It made no sense.
For years, some of the most powerful people in America and abroad have attempted to distance themselves from the shadow of Jeffrey Epstein. Politicians, billionaires, executives, celebrities, academics. Many claim they barely knew him. Others say they cut ties long before Epstein became a national scandal. Now, one of the most powerful figures connected to the current administration is facing renewed scrutiny over his relationship with Epstein. Numerous media reports are alleging that Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick gave $5 million to the PAC that funds House Republicans.
Secretary Howard Lutnick contributed $5 million to House Republicans just 4 weeks before he testified at our Oversight Committee. Is it any wonder that Republicans cut him a break and allowed him to testify without being videotaped? They basically covered for him because of the contribution. They didn't want the American people to see that he blatantly lied about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Howard Lutnick must resign.
And the critics are stating that this awarded Lutnick preferential treatment in regards to the nature of his testimony regarding Epstein. In 2005, as allegations and investigations surrounding Jeffrey Epstein were beginning to gain wider public attention, Howard Lutnick made a strong statement distancing himself from Epstein.
Howard Lutnick once insisted he had cut all ties with Jeffrey Epstein.
My wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
The relationship was over. That language that Lutnick used conveyed the impression that Lutnick was no longer associated with Epstein after that period. But as we all know, at this time, many powerful individuals were beginning to quietly separate themselves from Epstein as his legal and reputational problems intensified.
An email from Elon Musk to Jeffrey Epstein asking what day or night will be the wildest party on your island.
Everyone has been forthcoming about their place in it. This includes supermodel Naomi Campbell, who consistently denied having any meaningful relationship with Epstein, insisting she met him only socially. Summers.
Senator Warren says that Summers cannot be trusted. That's her quote.
Mette Marit. It turns out European royalty was very much part of Jeffrey Epstein's orbit. Crown Princess Mette Marit of Norway initially maintained that her interactions with Epstein were sparse.
He allegedly performed magic tricks for Epstein and several of his victims during a dinner at Epstein's townhouse in New York City in 2016.
Emails show Tish asked Epstein to connect him with a woman, and in a 2013 message, Epstein invited Tish to his mansion, prompting Tish to reply, quote, "Can I expect trouble?"
Branson. The billionaire lifestyle couldn't fully insulate Branson from Epstein's world. The Virgin Group founder had insisted that his interactions with Jeffrey Epstein were professional or confined to group social settings. However, released emails from September 2013 reveal Branson corresponding directly with Epstein.
And there is Richard Branson.
Additional information would directly contradict Lutnick's public statements about his clean break from Epstein. According to later reporting, Howard Lutnick reportedly visited Epstein's private island, Little St. James, in 2012, years after the claimed separation. And not only that, Lutnick also felt comfortable enough to make it a family outing, bringing the wife and children along. That detail matters significantly because it changes public perception of Lutnick and Epstein's relationship. It changes it significantly. To many Americans, bringing family members into a social environment signals a level of trust and comfort inconsistent with the idea of cutting someone off. And here lies the problem for Lutnick. If the relationship with Epstein truly ended in 2005, in the matter that you stated earlier, why was there still contact years later? And we should be clear. No public evidence has emerged alleging that Howard Lutnick engaged in criminal conduct during the reported 2012 trip. No criminal accusations tied to the visit have been publicly established. But Lutnick's posturing and mannerisms really tell the full story. Check it out.
Secretary Lutnick, why did you lie to the New York Post about your relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Oh, I did hear that. Please don't repeat your gracious offer to speak behind closed doors, not under oath, without the ability of this committee to question you. The American people wants to know, why did you lie about your relationship with Epstein?
The House Oversight Committee and I have agreed
We
that
are
we will
the
spend
appropriate
the time
reclaiming my
together.
time. I do not accept that answer. We've heard that one. We are our own committee. We have our own reason to test your credibility and veracity. Please answer the question. Why did you lie to the Post?
I have voluntarily agreed to spend the time and talk about it.
I reclaim the time. Let the record reflect you're dodging the question. The cover-up continues. You know what? In your conversations with the president, is the president concerned about your continued relationship that you had with Mr. Epstein as recently as 2018?
I am not going to discuss conversations I have with the president. That is not something I'm going to do.
Matters involving public trust, contradictions should carry weight. But if the media won't hold these figures accountable, these stories won't get the correct attention needed to get majority public support. So these issues remain partisan, which is disgusting. So Lutnick donated $5 million to a Republican-aligned super PAC ahead of congressional testimony connected to Epstein-related scrutiny. And the timing immediately attracted national attention, albeit after his portion of the hearings were history. Large political donations to super PACs are legal under current finance law. But that legality and public trust are not the same thing. According to multiple reports, negotiations surrounding the testimony reportedly involved agreements regarding how the hearing would be conducted, how information would be released, and the extent to which the proceedings would remain controlled through transcript-based disclosure rather than public exposure. Observers noted differences between the handling of Lutnick's testimony and the way other high-profile Epstein-connected testimony has been publicly released or structured in the past, such as the Clintons' testimony. That creates optics that deserve a lot of scrutiny. And at a time when public confidence in political institutions is already deeply strained under the current administration, a situation such as this should garner significant pressure for accountability until that act is achieved. The Epstein scandal has become way larger than any one single individual. Over the years, Epstein network has reached into finance, politics, academia, business, royalty, media, and entertainment. Many public figures found themselves forced to explain relationships that once appeared far more distant than what reality suggested. Some relationships may have been casual, some may have involved poor judgment, and some most definitely involved criminal acts. Those distinctions matter. Responsible journalism is especially important in an era where online speculation often moves faster than verified information. Now, the central question involving Howard Lutnick is not whether criminal conduct has been proven. It has not. The real question is whether the public has received a fully transparent and consistent account regarding his past association with Epstein. I'm sure a lot of folks are confused, and that's not by accident. When millions of dollars in public donations are followed by tightly controlled testimony arrangements and other preferential treatments, questions about transparency become unavoidable. There's a rapid growing public demand for accountability, consistency, and honesty from the people who hold power in American politics and finance. And for many of us watching closely, the lies, manipulation, and deception are direct insults to our intelligence and are becoming increasingly frustrating for us as we face the squeeze on our wallets for related reasons. Here's the question: do we as Americans live in a form of society or government where the wealthy hold disproportionate political power and influence? If your answer is yes, then you just described our government as a plutocracy. Like and subscribe. We'll be back soon.